Ah, heyo, heyo, heyo. Welcome to the first vlog of this new series that I have attempted to record multiple times, but failed due to some interruptions. So, in the end, yeah. Let's carry on to the topic of the day. Humanity, good or evil? So, of course, the first thing we've got to do before we actually define whether or not humanity is good or evil is by first defining what good and evil actually are. And for this, I'm just gonna say that good is the idea of helping people, the idea that humanity is by nature beings who wish to create and help. Whereas evil is saying that humanity is beings that want to hurt and destroy. Simple enough, understandable, makes sense. Moving on to answering the actual question. Yeah, so there's a couple of different ways to view it. There is the naturally Christian way of viewing it, which is that of we are made in the image of God, thus we must naturally be good. It is sin that turns us to evil. Then there is the, I guess, opposite outlook. I'm not really sure if there's any specific thing to say, but humanity is that it's saying that humanity is naturally evil because we're naturally greedy. We naturally want for ourselves. We naturally have our will to survive and all that. And as some of you may know, I don't know if I've said this on one of my previous videos or not, but the way I like to the stance I try to take on things is to look at both sides of the argument and then take in all the evidence and then create my own side, my own third side. And of course you're thinking, how can you in this scenario? It's either one or the other. There really is no in between. And there kind of is. The way I see it is that humanity is naturally good. We are by nature good. However, this isn't a 100% thing, but rather it's a rule that can be broken. It's something that isn't 100% of the time. When you look at people, when you look at young children or whatever, they are often kind kids, maybe a bit bratty or dumb, but for the most part, they don't like it when people get upset. They enjoy helping people, and they're generally cheerful. There's a reason that children are considered pure. Yeah. So that makes them by nature good. But of course you're saying, and then why do they grow up to be such horrible, cruel, disgusting people? The answer is simple. Nurture. In psychology, there's a thing known as nature versus nurture, where it's basically you have an aspect of your personality that there's an aspect to your personality that you are born with, that is your nature. And then on the other hand, there is the part of your personality that has been taught through experience. Thus is your nurture. You were nurtured to act this way. The reason why a lot of people nowadays are so greedy, so selfish, it's kind of how capitalism works, honestly. And I'm not saying communism is right. Quick summary of my thoughts on communism. I think it's a good idea, but it's impossible to implement properly because we still by nature do want things. So the idea of just having everybody on the completely even playing field, not only is that in all honesty impossible, because if we're all on the same playing field, then who's going to actually organize everything? It's not like we just kind of instinctively, they would just kind of have it so that they instinctively know what they need to do. It's just there's naturally going to have to be some hierarchy, and that's just going to completely destroy the whole idea of communism being everybody equal, everybody share. It's a good idea, good in concept, impossible to execute. Capitalism, it works. It may incite greed, but it incites hard work for reward, which is kind of what you want. In any case, back to the nature. Are humans good or evil? Yeah, humans are good, but even then there's the nature of humans is destined to be good, but even then there are some exceptions. You see it a lot of the time in media where people are born evil. When I think of that, the best example being an anime nerd is Dio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. The dude was born as just an evil, cruel person. That's both in his nature and something that he was nurtured into. So that combination, if it's both by your nature and your situation nurtured you, then no matter what, you're gonna end up evil. But for the large majority of people, we are born with the intention to be good, but because the world around us is full of all sorts of greed, selfishness, want, sin, all that stuff, we just kind of become evil. Well, to a degree. And you also got to take into account that a lot of the times what is considered evil, what you might think is evil, is actually good. The whole tough love, cruel to be kind and all that, as well as one topic I'm gonna talk about in one of my future videos, legality versus morality. That's something you gotta kind of keep in mind. Yeah. So yeah, my thoughts on the matter. Humans are by nature good because we by nature find pleasure in the pleasure of others. Thus, we want to gain some form of joy from that. But this isn't a consistent thing. Some people are born evil, are by nature evil. It's not the human race as a whole, but rather on a case-by-case basis. That's what I feel. and the vast majority, and the average, I would say, is born good. But in the end, that's kind of only something that we can assume. It's kind of one of those unanswerable questions that I don't like, but it's also one of those questions that less is asked because they want it to be an unanswerable question, and more is asked because it's kind of a thing that we want to have an answer to. So, yeah. In any case, I think I'm done here. One of the few times where I actually feel I get over completely everything I have to say in a reasonably decent time. So, in the end, like, comment, subscribe, share, repost, bloody hell, I don't really care. I'm not doing this for fame or popularity, I'm just doing this for a hobby. So, hey, if you steal all my... If somebody just decides to steal all my videos, I'll be, first of all, questioning why. Because I honestly don't think they're worth stealing. And second of all, if you become popular with it, for it, through it, good on you. It means my words will be shared, even through someone else. So, have a good day, evening, night, space-time. Goodbye.